Hey everybody. So, this will be your final creativity challenge for the school year of 2020. Dun dun dun. And I would like you to reflect on our time away from each other and reward yourself with an artwork as you think about that. And this project is inspired by a book that I read with my daughter recently called Strange Birds by Celia C. Perez. Fantastic book about a few girls who come together and form a really strong bond with one another. And it talks about their um, adventures in where they live. And one of the things that they had at the end of the book was similar to Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts. It's a way for you to create a merit badge for yourself. And this is where the project comes from. I want you to think about something that you take pride in, something that was successful for you through distance learning or our experience in quarantine, this really weird time we're in. What is something that you succeeded in? Was it learning a new craft? Was it learning how to cook? Was it spending time with your family? Was it figuring out the whole distance learning thing? Right? So there's a lot of different ways that you can approach the project. I'm going to show you how you can kind of think about it. And then the materials that you use are entirely up to you. If you want to use collage, if you want to paint it, if you want to draw it, if you want to use digital means, that's again entirely up to you. So check out the video and really think about it. Right? I miss everybody. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you create after you think about this for a few moments. All right. So check out the video, and I'll see everybody soon. Shine bright. Here's the cover of the book that serves as the inspiration for the project, as well as the traditional Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts badges. But Strange Birds: A Field Guide to Ruffling Feathers by Celia C. Perez. She's a great author, and it's a fantastic story. And if you look at the cover, you're going to notice it. There's a flamingo. There's kind of like a whisk that you use in the kitchen, a paintbrush, a writer's tablet there. Then you see the girls in the middle. And those are all relating to the story. They are all kind of like merit badges those characters would give themselves for the things that they learned about in the story. Right? Even the main characters right there, you can see how that looks like a badge. And these badges are normally or usually sewn, but again, you can use any materials that you'd like. This is an actual Girl Scouts badge that symbolizes it's a merit badge for being a curious and thoughtful thinker. Right? So you could see that there's a question mark there, kind of like the eye is shining light on it so they can kind of see through it. So there's multiple parts of this that kind of get the symbolism, the message of the badge across. Here's another Girl Scouts badge. It's a digital programming badge, so you could see how it kind of looks like Minecraft or Pixels, and they're building a game design. So this is a merit badge that you can actually earn in Girl Scouts, right? But you can see the different parts that put it together. And the badge itself can be different shapes. They can be rectangles, they can be squares, circles. There's lots of variety in the actual shape of the badge too. A few more examples of some Girl Scout badges for you. And if you look at most of these, they have a kind of like a main character and a background. Not all of them, but that's something you might want to consider too. Is there overlapping? Do you have a main character and a setting, or are you just planning out the space and filling it so it looks more flat? Either one is totally okay, but it's something you should think about. What I suggest you do first is find something to trace so you can try out a few different ideas for your um, merit badge, right? So I found this is a coaster that I made, and you can see I've traced it a few times so I could try out a few different ideas. You might want to start with a border, drawing a smaller shape either inside or outside of the shape that you traced, just so it looks like the kind of like a merit badge actually would. These are a few ideas I experimented with. So the one at the bottom is, finding toilet paper. We found some toilet paper finally. We were able to order it, so it can have some sense of humor too. The ones that look like band-aids, those have been some skateboards I've designed. So it's kind of celebrating a project that I've been doing at home. And the one that has four windows in it is kind of like how I've handled distance learning. So I've got my computer, my easel for my Zoom lessons, the three characters represents Google Classroom, and the little camera there represents an app called Clips, right? So I used all of those to help me with distance learning and teaching you students. What I realized after I did those three sketches is that I wasn't really satisfied with any of them. I didn't think any of them were as good as they could be. And I thought that changing the shape of the badge could make it more successful. I didn't like, especially with the four window one, how the shapes themselves got cropped off. So I tried out a square version of the badge. So if an idea isn't working, it's always important to be open to trying it again. I also modified the shapes a bit more so that they could fit in there. And you can see I changed out one of the images too, so that I could tie in the scissors and pencils and markers that I've been using in my Zoom lessons as well. Right? I didn't want it to be all digital. I wanted a balance between hands-on symbols and computer or digital symbols. So once I was satisfied with that, then I drew it again. I drew it a little larger on another piece of paper, so that way I could refine my drawing even more. I could make it better. And then I added color to it. So I am using a combination of marker and crayon. I used marker on the borders because I wanted them to be bold, like the thread that would be used on a real merit badge. I also wanted to limit my colors, so I used primary colors, red and yellow, and the blue, but I wanted the boxes to be a little different, so I pressed softer in a couple of them just to make the design a little stronger, a little bit more interesting. And then I added just a little bit more color to a couple of the panels, the Google Classroom there, to celebrate the diversity that we have at school, and adding a little dark value to the Clips app icon that you see right there. I also used a marker to make the outlines of the primary colors a little bolder so they could stand out. And then boom, I cut it out, and I have my merit badge. Dun, dun, dun. And there you have it, my friends, your last creativity challenge of the school year. So reflect and reward yourself. Think about our time away from each other and create something that shows something that you're proud of or something that you learned about. I can't wait to see your work. Shine bright, and I'll see you soon.